Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the fourth round of the 140th Anniversary Invitational of the New Jersey State Chess Federation. If you joined me earlier, I was by myself, but now I have the pleasure of being joined by International Master Nico Chasin. Nico, thanks for joining me. How are you feeling
Yeah,
today?
I'm
Great.
really happy to be here. I haven't done commentary in a while, but this is a really special event, and New Jersey is very close to home for me, and I'm in New York, so it was fun to watch all these legends play and get to commentate on their games. So yeah,
And I just want to make sure that someone is in the chat to let us know that they can actually hear you.
yeah,
They should be hearing you, but just in case,
yeah. Just let
um,
me know.
yeah, let
Great.
us know. But Nico, this is a very special anniversary. I personally wasn't aware that New Jersey was one of the oldest states that had a chess federation that was organizing tournaments. You being closer to there, I presume you you were aware of this.
Yeah,
Um,
they have a lot of good tournaments, and they've been doing it for a very long time. I did know this. I didn't realize it was 140 years. I mean, I'd followed the tournament a little bit, so I knew from that, but I wouldn't have known off the top of my head. But 140 years, I mean, it's really crazy. It's the 19th century they were hosting it.
it's true. It
I
is.
can't fully imagine that.
I mean, I read a little bit about the tournament. The organizers have provided me with a little bit of background history. Um, and well, Wilhelm Steinitz, of course, had made New Jersey his home. You've probably played a lot of tournaments in New Jersey. This tournament is special because they have gathered 10 legendary grandmasters who have had an impact in the development of chess in New York and New Jersey, I believe. And I know you know some of them, so I think without further ado, maybe take it away. Let me know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whom
I
you're
mean, I know
rooting
all
for,
of
maybe.
them.
And you know all of them, of course.
I know all of them. I mean, quite well. I mean, I would say the only one I don't really know is Mac Molnar. He's more like anyone who's had a lot of impact in New York City, I really know well.
Mhm.
And most of these GMs are living in New York now. Um, actually, I think maybe all of them are. Um, but I have played Mackenzie Molnar once. So I do know him a bit, and I respect his chess a lot. He beat me when I played him, so
Same,
but
same. I'm with you in the same boat there. I
yeah,
thought I had some chances, but you know,
he's
it's
a strong player. He's a strong player.
he is indeed.
Um,
Uh,
and
are you surprised? Let me ask you this: Are you surprised to see that Grandmaster Max Delugi is actually on 3 out of 3 at the moment?
you know, um, I mean, I was a little surprised to see him beat Andrew Tang with the black pieces, but he played a really beautiful game. But I know Dlugi very well, so I'm not surprised at all that he's playing well. He's a very strong player, especially in Blitz. He beat me very recently, and he recently played in the senior championship as well. So
He
he's
did,
definitely
yes.
very dangerous. And he did also play, I guess, two of the lower seeds as well. But there's no easy games really in this competition, which is always fun to see, when there's a tournament where every player is very strong and um that kind of adds to the intensity. So but yeah, I'm not completely surprised, but it's still a pretty close race as it's only been 3 rounds. I think Lenderman's only trailing by half a point, as well as I think some others. I think one other person has 2.5.
No, just him. He's
Ah,
the only one.
just
Yeah,
Lenderman.
yeah,
Okay, so a couple
Lenderman.
of 2 out of 3 then.
He had a very nice end game yesterday, kind of unexpected against Mark Paragua. And when I first started
Okay.
the stream, I was just kind of reviewing that. It was a bishop end game where I thought it was gonna be a draw, but there were pawns blockaded on light squares, and um, Mark missed the chance to trade a final pawn, and because of that, it actually gave Alex the opportunity to outplay him in the end and
Okay.
convert that game. But But yeah, so should we get started looking at the games and
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. So I guess we're starting off here. Uh I think Michael Road is at 0 out of 3, so he's trying to looking here to gain some momentum. It's
definitely.
really tough when the tournament starts slow for you to kind of get your footing back and be able to get something going. So I'm hope to see him maybe get on the scoreboard here.
I
Um,
agree with you, and I felt kind of bad because on a lot of the games that he has played that I've commented on so far, notice he actually spends quite a bit of time thinking of moves, and then he gets in time trouble, and that's
yeah,
where he tends to blunder. But of course, he's been over like close to 2600, I think, at the peak of his
yeah, he
career.
was.
Is
He
very
was a top 100 player. I think yeah, maybe even top 50. Yeah, yeah, close to top 50, I think, at his peak. So very strong player. Then he went into law, I believe. I think he was a lawyer, which is
hmm
a lot of the players here have had other jobs, while also being amazing chess players. So it's pretty impressive to see that you can excel at chess while also excelling in other fields.
hmm That is
So
true. That is true. How about you yourself? Are you which how much more like what how are your studies going?
yeah, so I'm taking a year off
Uh-huh.
before I go to U Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and right now I'm over 2,500 FIDE, so I'm very close to
Awesome.
GM. Uh, and I need one more norm, and then I'm there. So I guess right now I'm kind of focused on chess, but I'm gonna become, go into the workplace at some point. So we'll see how that goes.
I see.
And yeah, but right now I guess the main focus is chess, as I'm still young, so I can kind of do that. And I still have my time to kind of explore how I'll play how I'll be as a chess player, and then possibly move on to other things.
I see.
So
Well,
yes,
whatever you choose to do, it's nice to see, you have you will hopefully continue to have a, passion for the game and,
definitely.
continue to enjoy the beauty that it has to offer. I, looking at the position that we have right now between Michael Rode and Mark Paragua, I don't I think you and I have had some conversations about Caro-Kann at some point potentially, if I remember correctly, last year, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I normally I don't play advanced in the
mm-hmm,
Caro. Um, but this move knight c8 is very interesting to me because normally you don't want to move your knight backwards,
mm-hmm.
but obviously you want to get this dark square bishop out. So, but what I'm curious about is Mark considering going to a7 and b5? I'm not sure. Because uh because to me, obviously you don't want to just keep your knight here, right? Because it's not doing too
Of
much.
course.
So I'm curious to see where he wants to reroute it. I mean, I've seen the knight go to various different places in the Caro. It really is case dependent. But obviously he has some plan here. I mean, also knowing when the right time is to break through a c5 is going to be very crucial to this game.
It does look
But
a bit suspicious. I agree. The 19
yeah,
CF
it
is kind
does.
of
It does. But how do I punish it is then the second question, right? Like, I mean, obviously the question that comes to mind is, can I go c4?
if you go C4, can I
And
take it? And then
yeah, so
maybe
you take, bishop takes, and I don't want to go c5 here because then I'll break through at d5.
mm-hmm.
I
Maybe
mean,
that's
maybe
what
he
I
won.
wanted. Maybe I just wanted you to play C4 and now I'm gonna come back bishop 97 D5
Go
or
back to e7.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, but it feels like that was, yeah, so maybe you're just
like a
like
waste of time.
baiting
Yeah.
c4, but it does feel like, okay, like in this position, okay, obviously maybe c5 is too much. I know g5 is a very common idea in these positions. That's kind of what you want to do when you you're trying to be very ambitious. And I
Mm-hmm.
think for Mark, I would expect a move like g5 given the tournament situation. He is playing the person who is, 0-3, so he wants to try to play for a win, obviously. And trying to create some dynamics on the board could have been interesting. Um, I think I think Mark's idea is he just wants to be able to have the bishop out And maybe he wants to be able to go knight a7, bishop e7, and eventually c5. But I'm not sure if it's too slow or not. The question is, can white capitalize on this? And um
But c4 seems to be the only way to do that, unless you want to try to play some maybe knight e1, f4,
and
bishop
f4.
d3 trade, and then f5 to play like a
Yeah.
French.
Yeah, that'd be then it becomes like a French without
I
the
know.
bishop, without the light square bishop, which is a pretty good deal for black.
Of
But if
course.
they don't have any of their pieces out, then maybe not. I mean, after a move like knight e1, the question becomes, can I go c5? And the point is, after c4 now, I can take and go cd4 maybe. And maybe I'll be able to get my bishop out and castle in time. Just to give it a line like c4 takes, bishop takes, and cd4. But I don't even have rook c1. I don't know. This looks a little bit scary to me.
Can I
But I
take
guess
any
you have queen.
fight?
Yeah, you can go queen e5 though. Now, that's why it's very important. Now this knight doesn't protect this e5. Even this, I don't know. Something feels weird with this knight on c8. But I mean, I'm
But
going bishop d6 and
but
castling,
wait, I
right?
play knight f3 here?
Yeah. Okay, and I say, yeah, I guess I will go queen f6. And I just want to develop and say I'm up a pawn. I'm up two pawns, but I mean, of course, you can take this pawn here.
So maybe I go
Um,
rook e1 first.
okay.
As by one
Yeah,
tempo if you move the knight.
yeah, maybe I have
Okay,
knight
but wait,
d6
wait,
now.
wait. Can I sack any six? No.
Oh, we all want to
No,
sack,
I
but
know.
but
Maybe
I don't
knight
know if it
takes.
works. I mean, if you want after takes, I mean, I have knight e4, bishop e4. I mean, I also have bishop e7. I mean, okay, maybe not bishop e7. But I feel like this might be a little too slow, but it is. There's a lot of lines, but as you mentioned before, you said that uh Michael has been kind of he was actually he was a chess coach at my high school, so I always think of him as Mr. Road.
Okay.
Um, but actually, also it's complicated because then he has a son who's also a chess player who also is kind of Mr. Road. So I never know if I'm supposed to go by first name, last name.
I
It
see. It
depends.
is tricky, I gotta say, in the US culture is tricky because sometimes, people like we don't have this extra like respectful second person
Yes.
thing like we
Yeah,
have in
like
a French like in a language like the
in
French
Spanish
or,
as
or
well. Yeah, like
Spanish, right?
usted. Yeah.
Yeah, so usually people get addressed by the first name, and it's been very hard for me coming from a country that does utilize that.
Right.
So I've always been, with Mr., Mrs., and at some point, someone was just like, it was that's the most respectful way that you can address a person. The funny
Right.
thing was that I did address someone from my university who was the dean as
Oh.
Mr. He was not happy. He was like, by the way, it's dean or doctor. Please do not address me.
He had a PhD.
He did, yeah, but for me
Yeah, so
that's
then you
the
also have
highest.
to, yeah, doctor. My dad is a professor and has a
Hmm.
PhD, and he doesn't like being called doctor at all.
Okay,
I only would say that as a joke to him. I'll be like, "Hello, Dr. Jason," but he does not like that.
I see.
He much prefers I think he just likes Noah.
Okay, that's nice. Well,
By the
the
way,
knight a7. Look at that.
yeah, it was on the board. So I guess that was his idea, was to
Ah,
reroute to b5. I find this very interesting because it's not so intuitive to me, but Mark has been playing the Caro probably longer than I've been alive, so I'm not surprised that he knows these ideas.
but this is actually kind of
Um,
nice because rook a4, of course, is wanting to go bishop b5, bishop b4, trade the bishop, and then maybe even actually white could still try to do this bishop b4 and with a
but
trade. No,
I'm curious, do you think that trade benefits
white or
White?
black? That is
Because
a good
I'm getting
question.
out and then I castle and I have f6 coming very quickly. I
Yeah,
thought his idea of rook a4 maybe was to stop any b5
and go
stuff
queen
because you're going to
a1
be
or
able to take
something.
and go queen a1.
I see.
Exactly. I thought this was interesting.
But there's the pawn in c2
Um,
that's hanging, so I guess he has to
there
do something
is.
about that
Yeah,
first.
that's
Like,
another problem, right? Um,
unless he wants c4 and he don't, but then why didn't he put the rook in
Why didn't
c1?
you go what's the rook doing on a4, I guess, after c4? Rook a4, though, is a very common idea. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
also, it's like after c5, you can like reroute this rook to g4, as funny as it may seem.
Funny you should say that
Um,
because my idea was if I were to trade bishops first to go knight c5 and basically okay, if white gets everything, okay, so let's just
so let's
pretend
say
like
let's
yeah,
say we go
takes,
here and
takes,
just like
takes,
waste a
and you
move.
castle. Let's just say castle. Oh,
Okay,
okay,
oh,
sure.
castle. Okay, sure,
Oh,
castle.
but I
Yeah.
don't have time for knight c5. But if I did, I would love to play it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and this is actually where, I mean, okay, obviously
Yeah,
this
f5,
knight on
that's
b5
why.
actually could become very, very nice, blockading off this rook and I don't know, creating,
Rook
wanting to attack this
g4.
pawn. Sorry?
I want to go rook g4 and
Yeah, but
b4
do you
if
think I don't know
only
if
I could
it's
play everything.
yeah, queen a5 and king h8 and I don't know if I see the attack working out.
Queen c1. I'm still trying. I'm not giving up just yet. Nah, it's too
Yeah, go
much.
king 8. You believe in this attack? I mean, my
No,
pieces are
I
very weird. I'll
don't.
give it to you.
Queen f4. Maybe I can get a perpetual. Nah, rook g7 and
Even
stuff.
I go queen d8.
Yeah, it's
By the way, this is not so terrible for white by any means, I think. Like, but I also have bishop c2 ideas. I also could have gone bishop c2 maybe.
yeah. You could
Um,
probably take it.
yeah,
Actually.
so this is, I don't know, this could be, I'm curious to see how white's gonna try to, what their plan is, because the hardest part here is just creating a plan of like, what do I even want to do here? Do I want to go f4? Do I want to go c4? What do I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Black is saying, okay, I want my knight on a7. I'm probably going to go to b5. He also might just want to go c5 and knight c6, which is very important to know. He might just want to be able to have the knight on a7 so he can go bishop e7, castle c5, and the knight isn't blockaded out of the way,
That's
which is
true.
very, very sneaky. And then also have this flexibility of going to b5. So I really do like how Mark is playing this. But
It's
uh,
actually nice because, especially, I know we're talking about psychology a little bit, and psychology is very important in chess. And what I notice is that like if you look at your opponent, like it's not just about studying their games, it's also studying how they do with time management. And if you notice your opponent is spending a lot of time trying to figure things out, you might actually want to play something like this where you're not creating any tensions. You're letting them figure out how to create the tensions themselves. And
yeah,
actually that's the way you can get them into a worse position, because time wise, unfortunately, they will, for themselves, they will spend too much time
yeah,
figuring out, and then you can break
yeah.
through
I
whenever.
don't love that Mike is already at 47
I
minutes here.
know.
It's only moved 12. I think you do have to, at a certain point, just speed up the pace a little bit.
I agree.
Mark is kind of just like making quick moves. I mean, he played knight a7 almost instantly.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically saying, I see that you're getting into time trouble every game. I'm
Exactly.
just gonna keep the position at bay. I'm not gonna be the one to decide to crack open the center. I'm gonna let you make that decision. And if you're gonna want to sit around and spend 10 minutes on each move where you're, kind of deciding, your time's gonna dwindle out very quickly.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I think psychologically he's playing this right. And um hopefully the clock doesn't get too low for white here. Because that could get very dangerous. Mark is a really good blitz player, and you do not want to be in a time scramble with him. It's not going to be fun. But should we maybe move on to a
Yeah,
third
let's move
game?
on to the next game.
Yeah, this
Whichever
game wasn't so exciting. This was just
it
like
was.
because there's
Okay.
also no time, so it's like I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, I'm curious what you think
Uh,
about this one, because I didn't think this was going to be too exciting, but
no, it's not very exciting, but white is better actually. White is definitely better here. I think Lenderman kind of thought, oh, it'll just simmer out to a draw with this. But actually, this line can get scary very quickly if you don't know what you're doing, you know? Because here, the point is like if black doesn't situate their pieces in enough time, like if I get like a knight c4, like I don't, I mean, no, it's really hard. Like, okay, like after bishop b7 here, knight c4, bishop c7, I don't really see bishop d2 and maybe you have a5. But I have knight d4. I mean, you're just going to make small maneuvers here, right? To try to outplay,
Attract them to make
but
weaknesses, yeah.
I don't know if that's what you want to do against a guy who is a former consistent US championship player, 2660 FIDE. I don't know. I don't know if you want to get into like a huge positional battle or if you want to try to say maybe he's not as tactically sharp as he once was. So that's the question that you have to ask here.
What are your thoughts about considering those bishops? What are your thoughts about playing f3, e4?
Yeah, so as a lifelong D4 player,
Mm-hmm.
um, the playing f3 e4, while it is nice, in the end game it normally is a little bit slow. It's very nice in the middle game where you can go e5 in the king's castle and then you can try to create an attack over here or maybe get a piece to d6. Here, after bishop b7, like if you went f3, it feels maybe a little bit too slow. I'm gonna go rook c8 and your pieces look a little bit awkward, I think. I'm just to give like a sample variation, like rook c8, e4, and I don't know. I feel like I can even go like knight c5 maybe. And okay, maybe you have knight c4 here, but I don't know. Okay, even like if I give you the move and I go b5,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know. You have to figure out like, okay, what am I doing next? Okay, I got this set up. Now what's my plan? Right? This pawn isn't going forward anytime soon.
Yeah, I think maybe we have to figure out how to get it potential. Like if I really liked your knight c4 because it was attracting some stuff. Some maybe after putting the knight in c4, maybe
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get that.
it could be nice there. Yeah, again, and then getting an f3, e4, bishop
Mm-hmm.
e3 setup definitely could be an idea in the future, just to slowly move forward. Um, I'm not opposed to that at all. Yeah.
And also like I've seen people go knight d2, bishop b7 and trying to trade that bishop like with bishop f3.
Oh,
What would be oh well, I guess bishop b7 wasn't played, so I guess we will find
well, I
out
mean, it could
later.
still happen, right? With
Yeah.
bishop f3, rook b8, bishop b7. I guess black is just trying to say, okay, if you go knight c4, I might just slam you with b5 very quickly. But there, maybe knight ca5, so I'm not sure.
And what about a4 for white here?
a4?
Would it allow knight d5, knight b4 for black?
Knight d5, knight b4, definitely, and also maybe just bishop b7 simply, anyways. And I guess after knight c4, I still might have b5 in some positions.
Yeah, because
I'm not sure.
I do have knight a5 though here.
You do have knight a5, and I was thinking bishop d5, and I'm even fine sacking the pawn, maybe, was my point.
Mm, that
But that
makes sense.
it could be tough. This position I think is going to be like a slow. I think it's going to sizzle out and it draws my guess. I'm curious to see how the next couple of moves go, but yeah, this game. It's also hard to know, like with the time situation. Like,
Yes, unfortunately, this is one game I was told that they had some issue with the time, so we won't be. I can ask if you want to know at the time. I can ask them to
no, it's
send me,
okay.
but yeah, we don't know what the times are in this specific game at the
Got it.
moment. But I know Alex typically doesn't. I haven't seen him much entering time trouble. Maybe more
No,
recently.
he doesn't. He doesn't. I think
Yeah,
Barboza more so has a chance of getting
yeah,
into it, but
yeah.
I'm curious to see how the other games are going. Okay, whoa. I'm seeing triple pawns. I don't know what's going
And
on
bishop
here.
pair for white.
Yeah, bishop pair, triple pawns.
How did they get here?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
see what
this was
happens.
this Benko Gambit thing. I don't
Oh,
know
he
what it's
played
called.
b6. Okay, I'm curious. Okay. You didn't want to go for ba6. I don't know this b6 move. I know it is a move, but I mean, I think b8. I mean, I don't
If you
think
take the
it's
pawn, I'm with you. If you take the pawn in b5, let's go for the whole
yeah,
thing.
like at that point, it's like I don't want to play beast. Like if you're gonna play this aggressive, like if you don't want to take the pawn, don't take the pawn. Like
Yeah,
you can go knight f3 here or something.
right.
But he clearly had some prep. I know this is a line with ba6, so you basically have the exact same position, just you have this pawn taken. So I don't know how this is working. I guess here you have to take the knight
Yeah,
because there's
yeah,
knight
yeah, yeah.
c7. But it seems that I don't know. I mean,
I
white
like.
obviously has some nice bishops here,
I agree. I actually
but
thought
it's
Black was gonna play d6 and bishop e6, but I guess he didn't go for that. Or did
he
he
went
go
bishop
bishop?
g4.
He went bishop g4, now bishop e6. I would have gone bishop e6 and just traded bishop personally, but that was just
But
my
what I don't like is this d5 square gets really weak.
right.
I guess you could maybe go bishop f6 here. Um, but I think Mac wants to play for a win, right? Like,
Yeah, he has
I mean, Fed is also at 0 out of 3.
yeah, he
So
is.
situationally, Mac is having a slow start with 1 out of 3. He needs to get something going. He needs to get a win on the
Yeah,
scoreboard. And when
he's
he's
round two
playing someone
loss.
lower rated,
It's true. No, but his round two loss was kind of like time trouble also for him too
mhm.
in a way. And he basically, I don't know if you're following the event or not, but he just went for the sacrifice that was unsound, and his opponent at the time, so Mark Paragua, basically just sacked the queen for rook and two minor pieces, and it was
Okay.
just really it was really good. And then Mac just blundered
Oh.
later
Oh,
another
I think I
piece.
did see this game. Wasn't he winning?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
Maybe this was a different game I saw. This might
I
have been a different game. I was looking I was a little bit busy yesterday, so I wasn't able to see the games as clearly. I saw the first rounds, but not the two games yesterday. I wasn't able to follow as closely. But I mean, I feel like here in this end game, oh wow, knight d4 was played.
Maybe he didn't want to deal with. Well, okay, now we have opposite color bishops.
Yeah, so
Do
I guess Fed is basically just like
when you
Uh,
you know the when you lose three in a row,
yeah, he just
it's
wants to
tough.
draw, I think.
Yeah, I
I,
think
I don't
so.
I think he's like, I'm fine with a draw here. I mean he's playing someone 150 points higher. I guess Rook B2, Bishop A6, Rook A2, Bishop. I mean, yeah, this game should be a draw, right?
Unless he comes up with some ideas with f6, but I don't think that can do anything.
I
Those
don't see it
pawns.
go I don't see it really going anywhere. Uh yeah, I think this game might fizzle out.
Unless he wants to play bishop b3 after rook takes b2 and try to trap
Which
that,
makes sense
or
to
maybe
me.
rook. No, he doesn't have time. Does he? No.
But I even just go Rook E2, maybe. I mean, also it's like even if I lose this pawn in some scenario, like I'm totally fine with that. And I also have the luxury of being able to go G6. I just don't really see White being able to make this work with these double pawns.
Actually, I have a better move than bishop b3. Maybe I should play f6 here because
And I'll take
I
you.
know, but I don't want you to keep your d pawn. I just want to get rid of that pawn. I think that pawn can be dangerous potentially. Here's the pass
For
pawn.
me, I don't know. I'm
No,
not sure how. I mean, because of this bishop on C4 and this rook, I feel like they can just kind of plant themselves. But here, I mean, I guess I'm gonna go what A5, and I agree. White has small pushing, but I think Mac with a lot of time on the clock, and also I think Fed doesn't seem so ambitious here with how he's playing overall. Like, he tried to trade off the queens pretty quickly. He played King H1, Queen F5. I don't think he's looking for a. I think he wants to get on the scoreboard, which I think is totally a fair attitude.
mm-hmm.
I was saying the same thing with Road. But I don't like that I see his time still ticking over there. But that's a separate
No, but
convo.
John has been doing well with his time management in comparison, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, all right. Shall we
I
catch up with the next one?
Yeah, so this game, what was confusing to me about this game, I saw it a little bit. Andrew, basically, from what I've seen, only plays the London
Mm-hmm.
and the Nimzo with white. So it's going to be one of the two. So mostly London. So it's like, if you prepare this knight h5 line, I thought Jura got out of prep way too early here. Like, Andrew played all top engine moves.
Mm-hmm.
I had looked before. And here Jura's already thinking, I think if you're going to be going into his wheelhouse, you need to have something very concrete prepped. If you're going to go into his London, you need to be ready to have 15 moves on the board. 10 is just not enough against Andrew. He is really dangerous if he gets a position where it's like he knows it. He's like, you need to know it very well. And that Jura already spent 10 minutes here
Mm-hmm.
makes me think that he was not so familiar. Though I mean, his position's totally fine, I think. But I'm up a pawn, so... But I don't know if I can even go some
Actually,
d4
why
in
did
some
he
position.
why did he go rook b1? That's an
I think
interesting
it's
DGT error.
no. I just think he wants to eventually go b4, like
b4.
knight d2 and b4 is my prediction. That's what I assume is his idea. Because, yeah, I mean,
I guess he has to break through somehow. Or
I think
c4.
he's just playing slow. I mean, the question here is, do I go d4? And I don't think you should take, because then obviously I go knight takes, and there I have nothing. And I don't think I was trying to make bishop take. I was looking at d4, bishop c6, queen c6, queen c6, b c6, knight d4. And I was thinking you can actually accept that you're down 2 pawns here, funnily enough, as black.
When you say accept, you mean, well, actually,
Like, just
can't he
say, like,
just take
okay,
it? Yeah, take
yeah,
it and rook b8,
go
right?
rook b8. And it's really funny. I'm down 2 pawns, but I'm going rook b4 and rook d8 and have fun, I guess, with white. I don't know. I don't know if you're better here. I mean, yeah, so I was thinking that after d4, white can just say, okay, what's your threat? And just go rook d1 or something. And if they take, okay, I'm happy. Um, what I know is very common is just to kick the knight out of the bishop out of the way with the knight in these positions with knight a7. But I'm not sure here if knight a7 is powerful. I mean, here I think you have to move the bishop, and then even just going back to c6.
You
I
think
was
c4 is gonna be a very terrible decision here for white?
I don't know. This knight on b3 becomes very awkward after c4. I'm just gonna take
You take,
knight
I thought you will
c6,
go d4. Uh-huh, okay.
and now I just want to go knight d4 very simply.
Mm.
And the point is that these double pawns are kind of weird. And this pawn on c5 is not very helpful if I can't ever go b4. Like, it's gonna get snagged up if I can go knight d4, right?
True.
And get so yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so
Um,
maybe let's go back a couple, like, it's a c4. Okay, so what if when you go knight a7,
I think you have to move the bishop.
if I want to hold on to the extra pawn?
Well, because otherwise I'm gonna take the bishop and go a4 and get this pawn,
Yeah.
which you do not want to happen. So you're gonna move, and then I'm basically just gonna move back and just say, okay, now what? Like, I'm just gonna say, now what do you want to do?
Can I go knight a1?
Knight a1?
No, and maybe I put the bishop in e2 because I want my c3
Yeah,
pawn to
e2
be
is better.
protected. I'm not
Yeah, I
sure if
agree.
it's better, but I'm just...
No, I think it is. I think you're right. I mean, knight a1, knight c2 is definitely not a dumb idea by any means. The question is, do I ever have d4? Um, I mean, I think white's pleasant in these positions, but creating a plan, though, I don't even think you need to rush anything. Like, maybe you can just go rook fd1, g3 to defend f4 is always going to be helpful. I think you should just play this game very slowly as white. And Andrew loves this type of stuff, so I think he's very comfortable in this position, is my guess. And Jura's a very solid player, so he's not going to be easy to break through. But it seems he's being a little more adventurous this tournament and playing a little bit more aggressively. So I'm curious to see how this folds.
Okay, we can come back to it. I think there's one more game we can catch up with, maybe.
Yeah. So
The
this game I
leader.
saw. This game, it very much reminded me of a game that happened in the European Club Cup today. It was a little bit different. In the European Club Cup, uh, it was something like this. It was between Sarana and Aravind Chithambaram, and it was this line. Uh, Blue is like this, but the point is you get this, it's become very topical to get this structure, where, I don't remember what happened here. Was it knight b7? No, it was maybe knight fd7
Yeah,
even.
because you need to stop c6.
Yeah, I think it's this, and then a4 is the move. T take, and c5 and b5. And this was, and so I don't know why this reminded me of the game today, but because it's kind of this similar idea where you get
Yeah.
where white has these two pawns
Mm-hmm.
and then black has this center, and it's very hard to evaluate. And obviously Dlugi was prepped, but he did not know this bishop a4 move, which it seems Strapunski knew. And so it seems Strapunski had some nice prep here with this knight h5 move, and who knows how good that was. For me, I was thinking when I saw earlier on, I was thinking that after knight h5, maybe instead of bishop d3, bishop e5 could have been interesting, but and just the point is that I want to take, and I thought this knight would be a little bit awkward because after bishop d3, I don't know why he couldn't take this bishop, but I don't know. I guess he did eventually take it. I thought maybe he could have taken on f4 and it would have been similar to Andrew's. I mean, the problem here is just this bishop is so strong,
Yeah, that bishop is very annoying,
but we
and
are up a pawn,
it
which is,
reminded me. It's interesting because like before you joined the stream and I took a first look at the positions. The bishop was not developed in g7 yet, and it reminded me of a Benko. Because
yeah,
you get the pawn and it's not, but the bishop was on fianchetto. But now that it is, it makes white's position look a bit crammed up. Of course, you have the extra pawn, but how are you going to be able to really advance those pawns?
yeah.
There's a line where black sometimes gets those two pawns in one of those Queen's Gambit accepted lines,
I
I
know
think.
exact. Uh,
Or not
oh
accepted,
no,
maybe.
it's a QGD actually. There's one in this line.
It has an.
E6, knight f3, and I believe it's c6.
No,
There's
isn't
one
it
line, or
like
maybe it's
knight f6,
a6.
knight c3 takes or something? There's one like that also. Knight
I know
f6.
because there was a game between Jason Liang and Zoe Tang at the tournament I played, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Somehow they get pawns on b4 and a5.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's one of.
This also happens in some Catalan lines. It is a very common idea to have this type of structure.
Hmm. But now, how do we get out of it? I mean,
I
the
mean, I
we
want
have
to
to
kick this
trade.
bishop out.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
bishop's really irritating me. I want
Bishop c2. Yeah.
the blitz move. You just blitz out in any blitz game. Bishop c2, you go in half a second. You're like, okay, I want that bishop out of here.
But why is
But
it?
maybe Strapunski wants to go double up with like queen c6 or queen c7 and say, okay, have fun trying to take my bishop when this rook's gonna be hanging. But maybe then I have knight e1, rook d1.
But wait, you want to play rook c6 now?
No, queen c6. I'm
Ah,
sorry.
queen c6. Okay. No, I mean you did say queen c6, but when you said double up, I always imagined the rook first.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. But I sadly don't have time here,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I
you don't. That's why I was like, oh, you want to go rook c6? I'll take.
yeah,
I'll
yeah, yeah, yeah.
gladly,
Yeah, you'll gladly take it, of course.
gladly, yeah.
But here I want to go queen c6, and how am I getting unstuck here? I'm not sure. Not sure. Do I go knight b3? Do I go knight e1? You know what could be a very funny move?
Bishop
If you
d1
go like
at
king
some. Oh, king
h2.
h2, knight g1, e2.
No, I want
Oh.
bishop a4.
Oh, and then get
And
the
this
two
and the point
pieces.
is there's no check. I don't know. I was just trying to be, but you can obviously move the knight. That's a bit too much. Knight
Yeah,
g1, knight
like
e2 is also a funny
imagine I play
idea.
something like knight f6, you go for the line, and at
Oh,
some point you end up getting mated to some knight g4 rook h1. That would be kind of
yeah, that would
hilarious.
not be fun. But I
Yeah.
guess yeah, okay, so he wanted to not get. Yeah, I like how he played this actually. This might make even more sense.
Okay,
Hmm.
so now queen c6 still makes some sense, no? So maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take you queen and go queen b3 maybe? Huh. Not sure.
What about knight b6 here?
That also I thought was really interesting. I was thinking maybe I can try knight b3.
Okay, you want to go to c5. That will be
I
important. Oh,
want to go
rook
to
c3?
c5. Sorry?
Rook c3. Ah, but
Oh,
wait.
can I still go there?
Uh, I was gonna take a c2, but yeah, I don't have time. So I need to
Maybe you can
go.
go queen c6.
But do I really want to trade?
No, I don't
Because
know.
I think I'm losing knight takes on b5, maybe? Or wait, does that even work?
I mean, yeah, I know this is not fun.
Wait, can I play
This is
b6
not
also?
fun.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can all go b6 probably. I mean, knight c5, but I mean, it's like I mean, I'm still
Well, but now I
fighting.
play a4. No, now I'm
Yeah, no,
getting my
that's I don't
pawns
like that.
rolling.
I don't like that. I don't like that for black. Yeah, so how do we untangle? I'm curious how he's gonna handle this. I mean, he's definitely not gonna move the bishop back, I don't think. There's no way he's just gonna willingly allow a4. Somehow there needs to be some blockade. Maybe yeah, maybe queen c6 is the way to
Well,
go.
what about queen b5? I mean, I know we don't want to put it there, but
Well, aren't queen c6 and queen b5? Isn't queen c6 just a better
I'm just
version
worried
because I
about
attack the
b5 as well.
bishop?
Ah, okay, sure. Queen c6.
I mean, I think the queen might just be slightly better there. Oh, well, maybe I mean, oh, oops, sorry. So you because queen b5,
I'm getting my
yeah,
bishop
maybe there's
stuck there too. I guess maybe you
because
have
I thought
bishop
you were gonna take
d3.
on a4 in either way. I thought you were just gonna take on a4 and go queen b3. But
But you gotta be wait. So you want to take an a4,
no,
and
but
then
then rook c1 is a problem,
exactly,
right?
yeah. Rook
And you might even
c1.
be able to do some funny stuff after king h2 and try to
I
sack.
told you knight f6. I want to see. I want to see if that works. You can show it.
Actually, I
Maybe
think it does.
does it?
Oh my gosh.
That
Just a
is
funny
really
reaction.
beautiful to show if it actually works. Check. King h2, knight f6.
It does
Okay,
work.
you take.
Maybe. No. Yeah.
Does it?
Knight f2.
Where's the mate? Oh, knight f2. I was
Rook
gonna go rook
h5.
h1.
Oh my gosh. This is
Wait.
beautiful.
Oh, rook h5, rook f5. Oh my god, this is gorgeous.
That's very
Oh,
beautiful.
that's cute. Yeah,
Wow.
that's really nice.
Even more beautiful, maybe, just so you can get a pawn checkmate, is this. But I don't
Okay,
know. I
sure.
like the pawn checkmate a
Yeah,
little
yeah, yeah,
better.
yeah. I agree. I agree. Anytime you can
But
get a pawn.
they could throw in knight h2 as a spite, which would be actually is important. Oh, wait, also there was mate in one. There was bishop h6.
Where?
Bishop, oh wait, no.
No,
Nope,
no,
never
no,
mind.
because king f6.
Yeah, king
No, because
f6. Wow.
originally I was gonna go rook h1 and actually sack the knight too. I was trying to find like a gorgeous mate there, but no, but you do the same thing, rook h5.
Let's go rook h5,
That's
yeah.
right.
Wow, very
This is
beautiful.
really cute. Of course, they don't have to take the queen, but you know.
But even that, no, but once I get knight of no, this position already is very bad. Could we see Max falling into that? I
No.
don't think.
What about knight e5? Wait, is it really that bad? Can they go knight
Wait, what
e5?
move?
Knight e5.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
I'll
trying
probably go
to
that.
survive. um,
And you're doing a good job, it seems. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's just so cool to play over the board. Also, that you just at that point, like, okay, wait, queen b5 maybe.
um, can I try rook c2 or you're threatening some?
Yeah, no, you're right. Rook c2 is.
Oh no, I don't know. The
I want to
queen.
take and go queen e2.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then we have queen c8, bishop f8. I don't know.
Yeah, but I have perpetual ideas was my intention. But maybe you even have knight f3 or something, something silly. Just the point
And
that after queen f2 you want queen c7.
oh, you're not going for the pawn push. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
No. So this could be an interesting line. But I don't know. I mean, that's a little far-fetched, maybe.
But what's the current position right now here after bishop c2,
We're
right?
at this position. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the way to proceed is.
I mean, we don't need to give it away fully, that line, I feel like. Maybe we can still work on it somehow for black, but this pawn structure, I mean, of course, you're not staying on mate, but if I do get my knight to g4, you will get in some kind of trouble. I really wish I could somehow... No, but we need to go queen b6 or queen... Sorry, queen b5 or queen c6, as we said, I think, here. We
Right.
cannot allow a4, right? I mean, it just doesn't...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, just to note, we did have a draw over here.
Where? Which game? Oh, yeah, that game. Okay.
Yeah, so as it's showing here, yeah, I mean, like this queen f5 move, and I mean, just he blitzes it out.
I
That's why
mean,
I knew,
why?
like,
Yeah, why did he do that? I don't... I wish you
I
could
mean,
talk
like you
to
have
the player.
such a good position. I mean, it's like,
Okay, he was afraid of f3, yeah, but
what are
just...
we afraid of
What
here,
about
though?
knight d4 or something?
Okay, and I go rook d4.
Oh, really? It works? Nah, really?
I mean, I think I'm winning a piece.
Oh, yes, you are. You are. Yes, yes, yes. You are. I don't have a second bishop to play bishop e6 and trap your queen.
Unfortunately
Sadly,
not.
because actually that would have been a trap of the queen.
Is it? Yeah, you do
If
get
I
me
did
there.
have a
Yeah.
bishop, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh. Um.
Yeah, I mean, like here, like I don't see what you're doing. Like
Oh,
I'm
I
just
have
saying,
an idea. I'm gonna go knight e5.
okay,
Please take my knight. It's free.
it's free.
It's free. Well, actually, I
Okay,
don't even know why I'm saying that because like rook h6 still doesn't do anything.
well, you can't even go rook h6.
Well, no, I'm if you
Oh,
take my
after bishop
knight,
e5. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Well, you have bishop f. You have rook bishop f6 maybe.
I do have some ideas. I mean, I need to
But
get
what if
some
I just go
pieces.
rook g1 and say, what's your
Okay, so
plan?
I need to do something about g7 before doing anything else, which is very difficult here. Maybe, yeah, it's hard to. No,
I
that
mean, I'm
rook
just
and
threatening
b6 is
f4.
so awkward. Like, if only you could jump
Yeah,
over pawns.
it's not really doing too much, is it?
No.
Yeah, I don't love this
How
position.
terrible is g5?
Well, but I just go f4.
Yeah, but you still don't want to take it. So now I go knight f.
Yeah, knights go rook g2 and rook d3, and I think this is gonna go downhill I mean, with this bishop and rook d3 coming.
Yeah, there's no way to open up the...
E5, and I don't think we can go g5.
No.
That feels a little too crazy, maybe. I mean, g6, I think. But I mean, I'm just gonna go f4, rook g2. I mean, this is just a very uncomfortable position. I think you have to go. I mean, I feel like you just have to play slow here, but this position is very unpleasant. But I understand Fed just wants to get the draw on.
But how do you play slow here? I mean, I mean...
Move on.
oh,
I mean, I think just
oh,
g6.
okay, wait. So there was another thing that I was trying to get, but I don't know how. I need to get my bishop. No, I just can't play bishop f6. But
Hmm.
g6 it just feels so unnatural to open up that diagonal, no? Okay, rook
But
g1,
what
right?
else do I
You
do?
see?
I'm trying to get checkmated.
Rook g1.
Um,
You don't like rook g1 for...
hmm.
Do you want to go f4 or...
Yeah, I mean, rook g1, I thought. But I mean, I don't know. I think this position just sucks, and the computer did agree. I mean, it said it was +1. I mean,
Okay.
I think
But
this position is just not good.
it's not. It's hard to play for black, yeah. Because your pieces are just not coordinated. It's very hard to get them. But f4 also looks nice to me here. Nico, what do you think? Instead of rook g1, I mean, if you don't like my rook g1, maybe f4 to go rook d3.
I also like this move a lot, by the way. I was thinking now maybe you have knight d4. Oh, but it's the same
It's the
problem
same,
with
yeah,
d4.
yeah. Your cute idea, rook takes.
Wow, it just still works, huh? Maybe I have like some queen 8. Ah, sorry. What was it? It was like f4, g6, f4. Maybe queen h4 or something, or queen h6. Yeah, actually, I like queen h4. Let's go bishop f6. But no,
Okay,
this
do you
position
have
is
a
just very
strengthening on
unpleasant.
play a5?
Yeah.
I'm gladly weakening your king further. Oh,
I'll
okay.
do
Wait,
some
are you sure that works?
feeble.
Can I
I'll do some
can I
feeble
just
attempts.
wait? So are you saying if I take in g6 you go bishop f4 and I'm getting mated?
No, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of making up some craziness at this point.
But
I'm not
actually
sure.
that line wait, does it work or no? So bishop g5 takes in g6, bishop f4
No, that's
takes
too
in
much.
f
No, I just take. And queen
queen
h5.
h5 trades queens, yeah. Cute. Well,
Also, actually, I think queen f5 is even easier. The point that here I have h3.
just
And saying, okay, your king's about to get checkmated. Like,
yeah, rook g1,
I don't
bishop
know.
g7.
Yeah, I just want to do something. Yeah, rook g1. Yeah. Hmm. But
Well, nice escape, I guess, by Mac, technically.
I'm just curious what happened over here, by the way. Yeah, okay, this game's I really think this is gonna fizzle out to a draw.
That's
I
what I
think.
said yesterday about Alex's game, and then I came back and he was winning, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know what to
really good.
believe.
He's
He
really
is.
good.
He is.
Hmm.
Have you, presume you've played him many times? Or
I
no?
played him in the last round of the Marshall Centennial with White. That was
Okay.
our last classical, like real long classical, like FIDE rated. And then he beat me in a game 70.
I see.
Um, so we've had our fair share of battles. He was my coach at the World Under 12 Championship. US Chess would like assign coaches.
Mm-hmm.
He was my coach there. He was, I think, over 26 at the time. I mean, his rating at 2460, everyone, just no one wants to play him at that rating. I mean,
I
I think
mean,
he's quite underrated.
I think he's had some tough past year or two. I was surprised at some point I saw a rating and I was like, this is not true, right? Because he was coaching at the Castle Camp. You know, he
Yeah,
played the tournament after, and I was looking at his rating. I was like, you guys messed up. That's not his rating. And they're like, yeah, that's his rating.
yeah.
But okay, I mean, we all are
This
going
could
through
go
tough times.
downhill, by the way. Like, if I get knight c4, b3, bishop a3, if I have three moves here, you know. But the thing is, I think I can just go b5, a4, and bishop d7.
Okay, so, you know, there's this famous endgame by Rubinstein, I think, where he plays f4 at some point,
Hmm.
this kind of pawn structure.
Not the worst
Thoughts?
idea, right?
Yeah, because you said that, and I was like, I want f4. I don't know.
I mean, there's a line in the Ragozin where you go f4. It's a little bit different, but I can show it just very quickly. Mm. Like it is a thing that people do, this f4, but it's in this very long line. Like and you play
Oh,
f4
yeah,
here.
yeah, here. Yeah. I was trying to think, like, which. Okay.
And then you go like
Yeah.
this. Okay. I mean, this is just like some random line. Yeah. But so it is played. I mean, it's a similar structure, I guess, right?
Yeah. Well, not
But
exactly, because I know C pawn is
because
on
black has
E.
the c pawn, right?
Yeah.
And if the pawn was on e6, it would be the same. Yeah, but it's definitely an idea. By the way, he did play b5, which I expected.
Because in a way, it's a weakening. Oh, A4 immediately played, or are you suggesting A4?
Hmm. I'm
You're
suggesting.
suggesting. I like A4, but I like F4 more. I don't know why I feel like I want to play F4 first. I know I'm weakening E3, so I mean, I have the tendency to weaken my position when I'm when it's not my game. Because,
No
we can
risk,
we
no
can
risk.
take
I
it
can do
back.
whatever. I can make all the mistakes I want.
Exactly,
It'll
exactly.
not affect me. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
f4,
funny.
move the bishop.
Yeah, it's tough. I think this game is
I mean, we both
yeah,
feel it
I don't
might be a
wanna
draw, but
yeah,
it's
maybe it's the commentator's curse as the saying
yeah,
goes.
yeah,
But that could maybe be a good thing because then it'll be exciting, right?
of course.
So yeah, but yeah, as of now it's not exciting. So exciting.
What
But I
about
mean
rook
it could heat
b1?
up.
Rook b1? Nah, it's too slow.
Way too slow.
Yeah,
I mean
I
if you
like your
want to draw,
a4. I
sure.
think a4. Let's go with your a4. It's
I think Bishop F3 also could be an interesting idea. Bishop F3, Rook B8. No, I mean Lenderman might try to like squeeze this somehow and like no, you have Knight F3, Knight D4. Also Knight F3 here, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes.
mm,
This Knight D2, I don't know. I'm a little
it's
nervous
not
over this.
looking good. I want to move it too. That's why like your a4 looked nice because I felt okay, we can try to get it, out of
Yeah,
there.
I mean, I think Knight B3 here. I don't know. I want to get rid of it. But I also think this F4 is not so stupid first, just moving the bishop and then going Bishop F3, Knight B3. So I'm curious to see what happens. Um,
And then knight b3. F4 and knight b3. Okay, now I like f4 better because I was getting a bit unhappy about some bishop c7, bishop b6. That's why I kind of like
uh-huh.
I'm trying to take it back
I mean,
a
after
bit.
F4, Bishop C7, I mean, I'm gonna go Bishop B3, Bishop F3, Rook B8, and
Or maybe then a4. Maybe after bishop c7, a4.
yeah, it could be an idea, right?
Yeah,
And then A5. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's gonna be a slow game, and I think the next couple of moves will say what's gonna happen.
true. Let's go. Let's circle back to we had some interesting. Oh,
Whoa. He did, it seems, play your Bishop B4
yeah,
idea.
but like look at the time. Look at the
Yeah,
time.
this is just this you just can't be having 20 minutes on move 17. It's not okay. You know, you can't you're just not gonna you're not gonna be able to survive. Also I just don't like the position anymore. This pawn's going. Yeah, so this knight a7, his idea was to go c5 and knight c6 in some positions, and also queen. Yeah, I just think black's just doing quite nicely.
Yeah, he has no weaknesses, and white just wasted a bit of time. And where is he gonna move the rook now? G5, G4, B6. Okay,
I
but
don't even know.
B6, can we not just take an E5? I mean,
Rook b7,
a rook.
b8 even.
Oh wait, at the end you'll take an A6 because I'm pinned and stuff. I don't know. I have rook bishop C2, but I don't know if. All right, let's try rook B8. Rook F.
Take, queen
Mm,
take. Mm. Hmm. Yeah, it's tough.
Actually, no. I don't like this for black. Do you like it for black? I don't like it for
No,
black.
no, I don't think this
No,
is
no,
good.
no, no, no. We shouldn't allow that. Okay. Rook B6.
I think knight a5 maybe.
What about Queen E7? Do you think he's gonna go B4?
Definitely gonna go b4. I'm also fine to sack my rook there and
Yeah,
some more.
yeah. Once you put it there, yeah, we have to take an
I
A5
think knight
now. Yeah,
a5.
just take it. You can still play B4. And now the question is, do we go in C4 or back to C6?
I think just back to c6 very simply. And just say this pawn's hanging.
And actually, we want to play A5 next. I think that's gonna be pretty nice for black.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, I don't even see what white's idea is. I mean, you have to defend the c5 pawn also in some scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, maybe not yet because b7 and also bishop a6, but also it's just like 18 minutes. I mean, we're the time's ticking, you know, we gotta move, gotta move. I don't, yeah, gotta pick up the pace a little bit, I think.
I I'm with you. I'm not sure what's
Yeah.
okay. A4 was played in that game. Okay, that's good to see. Okay, so D4 was not played like we thought about in this game.
Mm, no. We had talked about knight a7, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because remember,
yeah. We suggested, but I thought we said after C4 we would have some like you would take it in C4, right? You would
yeah, I thought
continue.
we would take on c4, bishop c4, and knight c6.
Mm-hmm.
But now the problem is that after takes, I go rook takes. Yeah, I think this is very sloppy by Jura. So how bad can it really be is another question. But I don't know why he didn't take this pawn, scoop this up and go knight
I wonder if he
c6.
wanted to play D4. I wonder if that's his idea to try to keep those double pawns. But the thing is that I don't think the bishop is that bad to place in B5.
Hmm. But now my bishop's kind of stuck. Yeah.
Temporarily, temporarily.
Yeah, I don't like this though for white. I don't know. Like I'm just gonna play slow, rook d3, rook d1, queen e4 eventually, and I don't really see what black's
Yeah.
idea is gonna be to move forward. See, this rook a b1 was very smart, you know, it had a couple of ideas with
Mm-hmm.
it.
I mean, I really liked your idea to play B4, move the knight and play B4. Okay, now he might not get that in, but he got the rook away from the diagonal, which means at some point he might play just move the knight B3 and then
By the
fight
way, why can't I
oops.
just take this still,
There's
actually? I
rook
forgot I
takes, you
have
said?
takes in it. Yeah, rook takes, I have knight b5 and a4, I just realized.
Wait, what do you do? Oh, knight B5 and A4? But
I thought.
okay, I can still move my knight somewhere. I mean, I'm still covered in C5, right?
But where are
Maybe,
you moving it?
um, well, I was thinking knight A1, C2, B4. I mean, it could be too slow.
Knight where?
A1.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm gonna go rook d5 or something and try to win your pawn. I don't know.
Queen E3.
It's yeah, and rook d8.
D8? Not C8. Okay.
Maybe also rook c8 could be better. Yeah, maybe rook c8. Hmm. I also have bishop b2 ideas.
Okay, weird thing, but could I play... Okay, I don't know with the knight where, but could I play B4? I know I'm leaving your A pawn past, but would this be an option?
Are you not scared at all?
I'm scared of the A pawn only. I'm
That's
passant,
what I
I'm not
meant. That's what I
scared.
meant.
I
Yeah.
am temporarily scared.
A3.
A3, yeah, you're going A3. Okay, yeah.
I
Knight.
don't know. I mean, maybe I want to just
I mean, I know it
go
looks.
for it.
It looks really bad. If A3 A2 works, then it's over, which probably
Hmm.
it does work, I guess. Should I have the knight in C1 then? So then, when I play this, if you play A3, I got knight
Right.
A2. But
But there I have rook d8 maybe, and the knight could be awkward. Yeah.
well, if I try to hold on to my pawn, I basically want to play B6 and then C6 or B5 C6. If I can make sure your A pawn is not dangerous enough.
Yeah, also here, I mean, can I just, yeah, like also a rook d5 to prepare it because you can't even move.
Oh, Danny's on stream. He says, "Well done." I don't know to what, but hi, Danny.
Wait, sorry?
Danny's on stream. He said, "Well done." I don't know to what he said, "Well done," but
Ah, well, I guess I'll take the compliment. Oh, getting
oh
Nico on.
yeah. Uh, it was Nico. All I didn't know. I'm very thankful that he's here. Um,
Helping out. Have
maybe
you been following the US championships at all? Because isn't it the last day today?
today's the
Yeah.
last day. Yeah, I think they're
I didn't
starting.
know.
I've
That's
been following a bit,
exciting.
not Not fully. I was in Albania for World Youth Championships, and
In
then
Durrës?
yeah,
Durrës, yeah.
yeah.
That looked really nice because it was right on the beach,
It
right?
was gorgeous. It was the best sunsets
I'm
I've
a
ever
little
seen in my
envious.
life.
I'm a little bit envious.
You wait, how old are you now?
I
You know,
could
you
not
you
play. I
couldn't
could
have
not
played,
play.
right?
I
You're
was too
19
old for it.
already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it was really probably the best that I've seen overall. There were some small things with the organization that could have been improved maybe, but
But it's never going to be perfect when you have so many kids, right?
yeah,
And
yeah, of course, of course. But yeah, overall it's and I really wish you you know a lot of and let me ask you, how many of these World Youth and or cadets, well, have you played yourself? Have you been going to
good
many of these
question.
yourself?
I mean, I can count, I guess. South Africa,
So you've been to
Brazil twice. But okay, so I'll go in order. South Africa, Brazil. No, it's South Africa, Greece, Brazil, Georgia,
mm, so you've been to them.
Spain, Spain. I played five in a row and then I didn't play till 2024.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So you've played. Because I see kids these days who are strong players, they don't go to these anymore. And I feel
No.
like we have a lot of great talent in the United States, kids who could go compete and, you know, really have real chances for winning medals.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I think, first of all, it's like in a normally not the most convenient location.
That's, yeah, that is
Um,
true. I mean, this one was pretty good because only
no,
like
this one was good,
45
but it
minutes
was like in
away.
Florianopolis when I played in Brazil, which was,
Hard to reach.
yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't terrible, but not the most ideal. I mean, I went through Sao Paulo, I think. Um, but I think overall, a lot of it is just government, like wanting, it's expensive as well. And
It is
you get,
expensive, true.
I know the other countries will just pay for like six people's flights and everything. I talked to multiple federations. The US, I think, pays for one maybe or so.
Yeah, one
So
one
it's,
player.
it's just,
Well, they
yeah, so it's
usually
just
pay
one
for
per
the
section.
one in each section.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
No, but they do it for like everyone who goes. Like they'll
right.
do like a couple per section
Mm-hmm.
sometimes even.
Depends on the country, yeah.
Yeah, they're always held in the fall.
Kazakhstan has
There's
had
an OR and PR.
right. Um, well, there's not always an OR and PR. I mean, PR is if you won something before.
Mm.
OR is the, you know, based on ratings, but at the beginning of the year, but it was definitely an interesting tournament to see. I just and some of our players, although they were not seeded to win, they had pretty good tournaments overall. So I've been there, and then I came
That's
back and
great.
got sick.
Oh,
My
I'm
cat,
sorry.
my cat got got sick. We're
Oh,
both sick, which is not good. Um,
that is not ideal.
no, no. So I've been kind
There's
of
been stuff going
not
around.
catching,
There's been
yeah.
stuff going around.
And
Yeah.
then yeah, it's just it's been a tough few this past week, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if you wanna talk at all
Oh yeah,
about.
I can do that. Yeah, I mean yeah, it has been a tough week. I mean, I think we lost one of our game's best. And that's been really tough and a really hard pill for, I think, a lot of fans and people as well. He was my coach, so for me it was extra hard. I was just at his funeral yesterday, which is still a little bit surreal to me. Like putting the digging the dirt, like the dirt to like put him to rest. It was really emotional for all of us, but there was a really beautiful community there. It was really sad though, because a lot of the people who knew him well were playing in the US Championships, so they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't actually go there to be there for it. Not there weren't so many people he was close with from there. He was, but who weren't able to show up, but that was tough. I mean, I know Shankland was a good friend of his, and
Mm-hmm.
he was playing. And he was a really special guy, and he was the best commentator, and that's honestly why I wanted to commentate today. Kind of just to honor him. He was, in my opinion, at least one of the best commentators. He was an amazing commentator. Him and Robert Hess were a really beautiful duo. And as his student, I kind of got to learn some of his commentating skills.
You're doing great. You're doing
Stressing.
great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm not as experienced as you are or he was. But I think it makes it much more enjoyable also when, there's people helping explain the ideas for others. And he was really great at doing that for all sorts of levels. So yeah, he'll be missed. But he was loved by a lot of people, and so what's most important is just that we don't forget him. So I think that's the most important thing I can say as of now.
Yeah,
Um,
my chat was asking me about Danya the other day actually. I wasn't very close to him, but I had the opportunity to meet him at a few tournaments, at US championships, For me he was still like I met him when he was still playing juniors.
oh, you
And
did?
yeah, because US champion women's championship was organized around the same time as the juniors at the time.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
This was like in 2000, maybe
14, 13.
13, and maybe even, yeah, 13, something like that. And
He won that year, I think,
I think
actually.
13 maybe he won. And
Yeah,
then
he won either 13 or 14.
he kept being invited in US championship, either like he was winning it or he was invited like every other year, or he was making it by rating. And I remember
He
I
got
had
a
to
wild card also once, I think.
possibly.
Yeah,
I
he
don't.
was he was helping me a little bit, and I played U.S. juniors for the first time last year,
Hmm.
and he was helping me a little bit. Not exactly prepping, more so just with like just he was just being a good friend and
Hmm.
supporting me. We
Yeah,
were calling a lot. Um,
he was very positive. Like that's
oh yeah,
something I'll always, love about him, and in his commentary, but also in his conversations with people. Like if you seem to, I remember I was down, feeling down about something at some point, and I just kind of shared it. We were in the car driving to a restaurant for when I was in Charlotte, and I shared something, and he was just a great listener too, and
yeah, he
tried
is a
to
very good
stay,
listener.
yeah, positive and always inspiring, with his and everything he did. So it's a really tragic and great loss
Yeah,
for
on and
chess.
on and on and off the chessboard, he was very positive.
Yeah.
Uh, And yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's also maybe been tough for some of these players, playing with. I mean, I know Andrew a little bit, and it's been tough for him, I think, losing a friend and then having to play when you're like, you're still going through the emotions. It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, are you friends with Andrew yourself as well?
Yeah, I am. I am.
Did you
Him
guys
and Don.
talk a little bit
Oh,
about
I
Danya?
was with him when I learned about it, so that
Oh.
was kind of by coincidence. We were having lunch together, and so that was kind of random. So yeah, we did talk about it and we talked on the phone all together multiple times. We had a group chat with us three.
Mm.
So we would talk there and just talk about Bullet Chess Championship or whatever it might be. Um, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
Andrew, I had the pleasure of interviewing Andrew. I'd always see him online. He became the famous, Penguin GM and
yeah, he
Bullet
does
and
like
everything. And then
penguins.
last year when he won the US Open, he came in, we interviewed him a bit, and he was a pleasure to talk to, very respectful and
Yeah,
very
he is.
nice. Yeah, because you
He,
don't know when you see people streaming, and sometimes, when you get mad, you're throwing a mouse or
he doesn't
something.
really rage on stream.
He doesn't really
Danya did
know.
a little bit
He
sometimes at
did,
Bullet,
yeah.
which was really funny. There's a funny clip of him. Andrew doesn't rage that much. At least not on stream. I've seen him rage like once off stream, I think. But not really rage. Like never like throwing a mouse sign, just like maybe
Right,
like
right.
being
But like you
annoyed.
don't know what, I mean, I
Yeah.
sometimes, you're scared what's gonna
But
happen, how's it gonna go? But
yeah,
then
no, but I think in general, most of the streamers are also really nice in person. From what I've experienced, all of these chess players, streamer. I mean, I've gotten to meet some of them throughout tournaments, and even when the cameras are off them, they seem to be very genuine and kind people, which
Yes.
is a
Yeah.
really nice thing that they aren't just completely, like obviously you're gonna act a little bit different online than you are going to like when you're streaming than you are in
I
the
mean, not
comfort, with
everyone does
friends or
that. I
whatever.
think some people
Not
genuinely
everyone, but it
care.
makes sense. It would make sense if you did, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I mean, I think a lot of them are all very nice people. But uh so I'm just curious. So we have 4 games left. I
Okay.
mean,
A
yeah,
pawns.
this game is sizzling out as I kind of expected. I mean, I think it seems pretty symmetrical. I
It
think it'll be a draw unless
it
I mean,
does though.
Black's outplaying a little bit, I feel
Are you
like.
sure? Because bishop e1 is this kind of Fisher idea.
It's very common. Also
And
in the Nims though.
yeah, when Black does it sometimes, I think Alex actually did that idea. No, no, it wasn't him. Someone else did it.
Yeah.
It was kind of nice. But now I'm thinking some knight d4 f3 is gonna come finally. I really want that knight gone, but I mean,
Sorry, I have a member of the household who's barking at the door. I don't
oh,
know.
do you have to go
No,
let?
no, no,
No,
it's my
it's your
dog. I
dog.
mean, he's
You have to
yeah,
let
yeah.
him
No,
in,
no,
or
my no humans in my house are barking at the door.
okay, no,
For what I
no,
know of. For what I know.
no,
From what I
no.
know.
If you had to let him in or her
No,
in,
no, no, he's outside. He's just
okay,
he's a good guard dog, but
no, that's good. That's
sometimes
good.
when there's no threat. So
Okay, okay, good.
yeah.
Oh well, no, that's not good.
I mean, he has good intentions.
Yeah, of
But yeah,
course, of course.
he
Maybe
yeah,
he, yeah,
I call him a dog grandmaster. He's a DGM.
and that's good. Well, my cat is, the queen. She's the queen of the board, so
Oh, really? What
yeah.
does she have a favorite piece, your cat?
Yeah, the king. She
The
just
cat,
pushes it off the board. She knows. She knows.
yeah. We used to be a cat family. We had 5 cats, but
Uh,
not any. I love cats as well, but the
well,
only thing I didn't like about cats was when they would like scratch up the furniture, but
yeah,
that was the only thing.
that's basically what happened to my cat when I was gone. She over
Yeah.
scratched something and she injured her paw,
Oh,
and she has to wear now a collar. I brought her on stream yesterday a little bit because my chat always knows about my cat, but it's
what's her
just
name?
Regina,
Regina?
Regina, which in Romanian language means queen. So like
Oh,
it was
okay.
on purpose. It was purposefully decided she was gonna have a chess name,
Uh,
and that was
okay.
the least creative I could come up with. But
Yeah, my grandfather was actually born in Romania, but I don't know if he speaks Romanian
um,
anymore. I mean,
oh
had to leave at like 6 or something,
yeah,
because of World War II. So
yeah,
there's a lot going on.
it was
Um,
tough at the time.
yeah, yep.
No, it's a beautiful country and culture, Romanian
They
culture.
had a World Youth there.
Yeah, wait, that's how I
Mamaya.
got into being HOD. Like I was the HOD, head of delegation for World Youth in 2022. Yeah,
Got it. Yeah, it was 2022.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I remember because I knew some people who were playing,
yeah,
I
yeah.
believe.
It was a nice location. It's usually where they organize more stuff in Romania.
Yeah, I
Um,
wanted to play the Romanian Super League maybe some year, but we'll see how that goes.
yeah. I mean, let me know at some point if you need some connections. They're
Yeah,
they're having
okay.
a very strong team right now playing. European Club Cup is also being played now
Yeah,
with
yeah, they have what is it? It's not Super Chess.
Super Chess, yeah, sponsored by Superbet. And I actually
My friend
appreciated.
plays for that team.
Oh, okay.
Is that the team? Oh, they made a draw. Yeah, okay. So that
Yeah,
okay.
they repeated here.
Was that the team with Gukesh?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, my friend play. He's been crushing it, Daniel Darda.
Mm.
He he today gave his opponent draw because it would win them the match, but he was -4. He was completely
Oh,
winning. But it
I'm
wasn't so easy, but he was just like, I'm just giving it, which I
yeah.
don't
If
think he
they're
would do
winning,
that in an
I
open
mean, it makes
tournament.
sense.
Yeah, but I was like, he was on a great win streak, but I mean, you can't risk the team would not be pleased if he
That's yeah. I mean, you have to. I mean, if you're gonna win a medal or something, I don't know how far they are, but what I appreciated about that, and I appreciate about our community as chess players, is also that I noticed they had a moment of silence for Danya, which like I thought was
Oh,
special.
really? I didn't see
Yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah. I've been following tournaments who have done that because I remember when I lost my mom, there was something like that done in a couple of places where she was known, and it just
That's very sweet.
it feels sad, but also nice to see that people take a time to remember um and
Agree.
yeah, great people among us who had an impact, and it was nice to see that they did that too.
I agree completely. That's really a really nice gesture. So do you know, so what other places did it? So
Huh?
that you saw. I wasn't following all of the places that did it. I was honestly trying to
I
stay
saw
off
that.
the
I saw
web.
US Championship, and I think I've seen where else? Oh, I've seen some people posting on their like Instagrams and stuff
Yeah, that's
that
why
they're
I don't
playing.
like to read that.
Yeah, like
I
it,
don't
it
like to
wasn't
read
about
all the
reading, but like they
craziness.
were just if you go, especially because you're very close to Dani, I feel like I wasn't even that close, and every time I read a post, I started crying. So I can't imagine for someone who's much
Yeah, it's
closer
really
to
tough. There
him.
was a lot of tears at the for people at the
Yeah.
funeral, which is very, very understandable. But there were all of the speeches were so beautiful that people had to say. His Charlotte community, I actually don't even think it was just a community, it was a family, as they said. And from listening to that, I really realized that they weren't exaggerating.
Mm.
And it was really beautiful to see. So I guess I was trying to see some light in the situation, in such a dark situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now I just want to see more positivity being spread, just because obviously there was so much negativity leading up to what happened. So
Yeah,
just having as much love and support in this time is, I think, a good thing for the chess community.
I agree.
So I'm trying to not read as much of the social media stuff where people are fighting, because I saw there was
No,
some
no,
fighting.
like the fighting stuff,
Yeah.
I'm not reading myself, but I've seen people like waiting 29 seconds or something before
Mm.
playing. And actually since you know Andrew, I don't know if that happened or not, but yesterday he spent 29 or 30 minutes for one move like quite early. So I
No, I
was
don't think
wondering if
I don't
no
know if that was I don't think
because
that was intentional.
He's fast as blitz. So
He's not fast over the board though. He's a slowpoke sometimes.
okay. But he did spend that much time at move 5 or 4 or 5. So it was
Really, wait, I didn't realize that. Who was he playing?
uh
Against Shapunski.
yes, and it was some kind of weird
I
like
did see it.
before
It
he
was some. Oh, no, 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 no. He did not know
to play
that. He did
bishop
not.
g4, it took him like
Yeah,
30.
no, that
No?
was. I don't
Okay.
think that was intentional. I'm
But
gonna
he
be
can
honest
say
with
it
you.
now. He can say it. I'm just kidding.
Was it if it was exactly 29
I
minutes,
don't know
maybe.
if it was exactly because
Wait,
it
I'll
was
click
with
it.
the additional 30 seconds, so I don't
Wait,
know.
can you still see my screen if I go there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did spend. Nah, it was 30 minutes
It
though.
was
He would
like
have had to
close,
spend.
yeah, closer to 30, but like, yeah, it was. Maybe he
He
didn't
should have.
realize.
Come
He
on,
thought
just
it
one
was
move
29.
quicker. One move quicker, Andrew. Come on. We'll say it was a DGT malfunction.
Yeah.
Oops. Wait, sorry.
No,
I know I wasn't supposed to do it that
no,
way.
it's okay. It's okay. Just get back to any game. Okay, perfect. All right. So let's get back to what we have. Let's see that
Which game do you want to
The
go?
Lugi game.
The Dlugi game? Let's go
Yeah.
for it. So we had been over here.
We
It
can
was like
show
this,
that
and bishop
beautiful
c2 and
line
knight
again if you
b6.
want.
Oh yeah, this funny line.
Sorry, yeah.
Queen b5.
Look
Take,
at this
take.
beauty. Oh,
Oops, sorry. Let's not sack our queen.
rook
Well, we will
c1.
sack our queen, just not that way.
Like
Knight
this.
f6.
I
Yeah,
mean, this was
beautiful.
just our beautiful analysis that I just, yeah, queen takes.
Yeah, that was a really and what was so funny was that you had called it like
Earlier, yeah,
in
I
a
was like, I
way
want.
earlier. You were like, imagine this happens, and then they called Danya the prophet. Maybe we found a new prophet. I don't.
No, I could never compare
That was
my.
but that was fun. Yeah, yeah. So, but that was funny. This
Yeah,
really beautiful mate. Uh,
but yeah, there was so many
okay,
cute mates.
okay. There's even this one's even funnier.
Sure, let's sack armor piece. You might be able to even,
You might
yeah,
even just be able to go like here.
nah.
I think you
Really? You
can.
can?
Yeah. Yeah.
Check? No. Yeah.
Yeah, King G7. You can't stop Rook G4.
I can stop it one more. Oh no.
You can stop at one
One
more
more
move.
move. Yeah, that's
I
it.
mean, I think that would be even more
That's it.
tilting, just like going Rook G5 here.
Yeah,
But this was a really beautiful line, but it seems they did not want to have any queen sack shenanigans,
they did
and
not.
instead they're going for this position where I guess black has the pair of bishops, and
But
I'm
you
not
know
sure how to
what?
evaluate that.
Nico,
I'm very,
we should not let it go. That idea is still there. That could still happen eventually at some point.
you think so?
You don't think so?
Are we banking on this to happen? I mean, I wouldn't be opposed.
Mm, I don't know. What did you ever work with Max DeLugi? Was he your coach or no? At
Mm,
all?
yeah, I did a group lesson,
Mm,
so sort of. Wasn't private ever, but I have a
okay.
lot of respect for. I mean, I have,
Yeah.
you grow up, you respect all of these amazing New York, GMs, and um, I don't know. I feel like in general, it's hard to do lessons with all of them, but I mean, I've done a few lessons with like even with I did some with Jura back. Yeah, I guess that's the only other one here I've done problems with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. Um, I
Do you want to
guess
try to call? What do you think if you were to guess what's gonna be the result in this game, Nico?
I mean Dlugy's on
I
fire.
put you on the spot.
I think it's gonna
What if it's gonna be commentary's curse?
I
Like you
like
said, he's on
I like
fire.
no, but I
Yeah.
do like Black's position here. I don't know, the pair of bishops, but I don't see him winning this. I think it's gonna be a draw. I don't see I don't I think it's gonna fit somehow fizzle out in a draw. I think it's gonna be a peaceful round besides board one, I'm gonna be honest.
What? So wait a second. But now h5. Wait a second. Can I go knight c5? Well, didn't we have this idea in mind? I was just thinking about it as you.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna move the bishop. Bishop b5 or something.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what I want to do? I want to.
a4.
No, I want to take in g6.
Oh, I should have known you love
You
your
should have. You should
attacking.
have known. How could you not know yet?
Yeah, you love the attacking chess,
I
which
do,
I
but I'm very
respect.
bad
I
at
need a
it in
little
my
more
own
of that.
games, and only when I do commentary, I promise. But it's actually kind of cute because it comes in with tempo. Like if you take queen takes, the knight in b6 is hanging. So like actually, it's a nice idea, no? Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
but I
rook
have queen
c6
c6,
maybe.
or I think queen c6 might even be more powerful.
I still have knight e6.
After queen c6?
Yeah. No?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, maybe queen d7 I was thinking, but it's complicated.
But then I can take in g7 and take in b6.
Well, it depends where my bishop is, but
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I also have
well,
rook
maybe you should go
c7,
to
maybe.
e8 then. But you said bishop b5, that's why I presumed that, right?
Yeah. No, you're right, you're right.
Maybe you can go to e8. Was that move actually played or no?
No,
Okay.
well, no, knight a5 was played,
Oh,
it
okay.
seems.
Can you
Yeah.
scroll just a bit back up? Oh,
Yeah,
perfect. Thank you.
sorry about
All
that.
right, all good. He
Knight
didn't
a,
see my sacrificial idea.
yeah.
Missed it.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if it was good or not. I just
yeah, no.
the way he set up the pieces, we have this tendency of focusing on one part of the board, and that's what I think separates a lot of us from like the stronger players. We tend to focus on one square, on one part of the game. I don't know if you do that or if you didn't when you were improving. But I caught myself doing that a lot, and then I forget about ideas on the other side. And when I
Yeah,
finally try to,
I definitely still fall victim to that, I think. I am still confused why we're going knight a5 and not knight c5. I mean, the knight
maybe
on
he's
c5
worried of
just feels
knight
better.
c4 idea or something.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe he was worried that bishop takes c2 and queen takes and then some knight c4.
Hmm.
Could that be a thing if we
Yeah, it
went
could
knight
be.
c5? Because I know we
If
were
we-
focusing on moving the bishop, which of course we want to keep if we can because of bishop pair, but
hmm. Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't want to take the bishop, I guess, so we have to do something here.
I mean here we could move it, but then wait, is there a4? There might be a4 actually.
I guess that was his idea. But I mean, I mean, where are you going next? Okay, you get that, and then I mean, then I go, well, first of all, I have bishop b5 here, where you cannot go a4.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, bishop b5.
Hmm,
He went to d7.
wow. Logical, I guess.
He also go maybe bishop g4 or
Also, bishop e6 and d4, maybe.
mm. I know what this reminds me of now. It reminds me of some Grunfeld with reverse colors, although it's not even that. The pawn structure kind of a little bit looks like, maybe not. They usually don't have the other bishop.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what it reminds me of. It doesn't remind me of anything, really.
No, but d4 is very unpleasant. It's the kind of the kind of push you want to make eventually.
Yeah, d4, bishop e6 is going to be annoying.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Let's look at this Michael Road game, by the way. He has 6 minutes. I don't see him holding this, to be honest. I'll be very impressed if he does. But with 6 minutes on the clock against 52, it feels
I
like
feel for Michael, like I don't know.
it's hard when you don't get a hot start to kind of build momentum against these guys because there's no easy games here.
I'm trying to understand what he wants with rook b1. I mean, he just protected the pawn, I guess, and he didn't want to play c3 because of d4, so he wants to kind of keep it that way.
Right. Hmm. Oh. And over here, oh, oops.
Oh, that pawn made it to d3. Interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know how good that pawn on d3. I mean, I just block it with rook d2, and it's going to become a. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is not terrible for black, though. I mean, I have bishop f8, bishop c5 ideas. None
What?
of these games, there's no one's doing so amazingly.
Nico is not impressed with that. No aggressive chess. No, not aggressive enough for you.
No, I mean, it's a peaceful round, which is totally fine. No, I was just saying that none of the games, like, there's like a clear favorite in the game. I mean, I mean, this game also, like, the position isn't terrible. It's just I don't like that there's
The
6 minutes
time,
on the
yeah.
clock here,
No, the
you
time
know.
is definitely going to make him blunder at some point. Very likely. It's just.
I mean, Mark is not going to let him make it simple, that's for sure. Um,
It's interesting that it's a very well, somewhat similar pawn structure to the other game we were just looking at of Andrews. Just black has maintained, you know, um, the pawn structure. No. Oh, I see a plan for black here. Okay, if I want to be aggressive, can I be aggressive? No.
yeah, go for it.
G5.
Yeah, you love these, but would you play that here in your game?
I don't know, but I like the G5 idea. But I mean,
94.
okay, 94. Is he gonna take the bishop, or he wants to play knight f5? Okay, right now he wants to take the bishop, of course, but like, can I go, if I go bishop d1, for example?
Mm.
Is it too...
But like, yeah, I mean, but what are we thinking about here? Like, just we
he
gotta
wants
make a
to take in
move.
f3. No, I don't want to double my pawns.
I mean, rook d1, I guess.
Rook d1.
Understandable move.
Can I not go e5?
Yeah, maybe c3.
Well, I thought maybe he didn't want to touch that pawn. Knight f5.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Oh wait, no, no. Here, I know. Complicated. No, I mean, I still have some ideas, but I want to make it as complicated as possible. I feel like if I'm black here, I'm just trying to make random moves, honestly.
Random moves.
I would just go knight f5. And yeah, I just want to keep play against his clock. Yeah, okay, he plays bishop d1, but a minute off the clock already. Now here I would just go just simple moves that
Knight
make him
f5.
just
You can still go knight f5, as you said.
no, but that makes it too forced. Then you go rook d3 too quickly. Nah, but they're gonna go there anyways, you know?
King
I would go like
h8.
queen f6. I don't want to trade off queens though. I want to go queen f6. I want you to decide if you want to go rook d3. I don't know. I just want to. I'm here. If I'm playing, I would purely be playing against the clock. But we'll see how that goes. I'm curious what happened here.
Okay, now we
D4.
have something. Well, because your idea was d4. Would you do it now, or would you go bishop e6?
D4, bishop D3, bishop B3.
No, that's why I'm saying let's go bishop e6
Yeah.
then.
Hmm.
Let's keep the tension, because if he takes... Ah, but if we go bishop e6, can he go bishop b3 now?
Yeah, maybe. Queen A6? No. Yeah. Maybe F5. I don't know. Now I'm playing a move that you would like, F5.
Oh no, I t
You're you're influencing
you're
me.
getting the wrong the bad sabiness ideas. No, although f5, why you're... I mean, you're weakening the bishop in e6 now.
It's not so bad. I mean, not the worst move.
Not the worst, no. I also have this other idea, which I don't know, knight c4. Um,
Not a dumb move either.
I mean, I just... I wouldn't want to trade the knight in a5, because as we discussed earlier, like, why did he put it there, not c5? We don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know why. I still don't really get that. But we'll see.
No, you're trying to...
This game's still go
Mm.
yeah, so I mean, I think now yeah, and by the way, it's rook d2 move that I
Yeah, I
suggested was
think we just... Right, because we got a draw, two draws, right? The other game also finished in a draw, I think.
yeah,
They agreed on a draw, yeah. So we have three games. And which one?
they're all starting to heat up.
Yeah, because of the time. How are you feeling, Nico? Are you getting a bit tired? If you want, we can take a break and come back in like
Yeah, we can take a quick break. We can take
yeah.
a
You
quick
want to
break.
take
Yeah.
like maybe 10-minute break and then
Yeah,
we'll be
sure. We
back?
can do that.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll go on a break, guys, and we'll see you guys very soon. I'm just gonna
Okay.
pause.
Well,
Hey guys, welcome back. Apologies. Uh Nico had to go. He's going to be competing in a tournament over the weekend. He forgot about the train. But I'm so grateful and thankful that he stopped by and helped discuss the games together. I certainly hope you guys enjoyed our commentary together, and hope you continue to follow his chess career. Is international master, still very young, 19, going for his GM title from New York. He knows a lot of these guys and certainly had lots of very awesome insights that I hope you guys enjoyed. It took me a little bit to reset everything, but hopefully it does look good. You guys can hear me. And just, as you can see, after this last move of white, they offered a draw and black has agreed. Now, of course, things do get a bit tricky potentially here. We were potentially discussing a d4 for black in this position, maybe bishop e3, or maybe I was saying maybe black can try to hold on to the position with bishop e6. I wasn't quite sure, but the position does seem quite balanced. Black has created some unpleasant situations for white, and that's why the position is not so easy to deal with. But both Nico and I were surprised in this position the move knight c5 wasn't played, because it does look like that's the place to go with the knight. And our analysis, I want to show, was we're involving some kind of sacrifice that of course I had to suggest per my usual self, and just kind of sacking the bishop for 2 pawns, knowing that this is another one that can be captured. Knight e6 is ready to come in, and of course we're attacking the knight too. So if you play a move like queen c6, which Nico was suggesting, I was thinking maybe knight e6 to put pressure. Now of course black can play rook c7 and stuff, but the game would go on, of course. Maybe would have some perpetual eventually or something. It's not the easiest things. Maybe we can go queen g5, keep this rook attacked, and then having some check. But anyways, that move was not played, and the game has been decided here. 2 games remaining, 3 draws so far, 2 games remaining. This one between Grandmasters Michael Rode and Mark Paragua, and Grandmasters Andrew Tang and Jurabek Kamrakulov. White seems to be pushing for an attack here, whereas here white is relatively low on time. They are move 31, so maybe it's not that bad if he, Grandmaster Rode manages to catch up with with move 40. Okay, catch up with move 40 sounds weird. Make it to move 40, then I have the feeling that maybe he might be able to hold on to this game. So this one is still balanced, whereas this one, I'm liking white a bit, though black did manage to take that pawn. King g2, h5, bishop e7, rook h1. Andrew's going for the attack there. It's interesting to see both players are about the same time-wise. f5. They're only on move 27, so anything can happen here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I wonder if black can just take. Oh, okay, that was fast. Yeah, but there's no mating idea. If we check in f6, I think there's just potential perpetual. Will we see another draw in this round? What do you guys think? I don't really see a follow-up here. It's very hard to reach this king. If somehow we could switch the position between the rook and the queen, then yes, we would have some ideas. But this way, I don't see how, unless we give this check and then we go queen g5. But that would allow rook h8, and suddenly I'm worried that it is black that's going to start actually taking advantage of the situation. Hmm. Nothing has changed in this game. As Nico said, this was a more slow game, slow day. He can get a draw. The question is, how does Andre evaluate the position? I don't like that he lost the pawn in c5. I guess it was bound to happen eventually, but I wonder if you could have taken here. Because obviously if you take, the idea is we go queen e5 and then there's mate. And this bishop is hanging too, so you don't have time to really run away. This will simply stop it and then rook h8 to mate. So I wonder if he just missed this cute idea, or he felt with f5 he will have the same thing, but he just gave up a pawn. So he went from being up a pawn to now being down one, which is of course not really something you want to do. What's happening here? Grandmaster Michael Road. Wait, did he lose on time? No, he must have made a move here. But it looked like Mike Baraka was thinking. Did he lose on time? That would not feel good. He played bishop g2 with 13 seconds on the clock. I'm not liking this. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes in this position. Of course, as Nico was suggesting, in these kinds of positions, what we're gonna try to do is try to make the kind of moves that don't create any weaknesses, or, you know, us to just make it more difficult for him to really do something. But White can slowly improve also. h4, king h2 maybe. h4 seems to be like a good move to play, potentially. Something I didn't ask so far is, do you guys have a favorite to win this event? I can pin the name of the players so you guys can see them all together like that. Might be helpful. Oh, draw in this game too. Well, let's see if we're gonna have the commentators curse thing or not. Nico was saying he believes only board one is gonna finish in a decisive game, and we've had draws on all these 4 boards. The most beautiful thing that could have happened would have been in this game, and I really, really liked our line that we came up with here, Nico and I, after the trade bishop c2. This line that we suggested, I'm not even sure if it's good or not, but we just felt it was cute going through it. Of course, white should have something better, but after this move, this is the best move for white, right? To stop the threat. But if you don't realize it and you're going for the queen, there were tons of cute mates that we have come across here in this position. Rook h5. This is the cutest one. I mean, it's just picture perfect kind of mate. But of course, in this position after knight f6, knight e5, we need to move the queen away. I mean, trading wouldn't really help, right? These pawns will start marching. So obviously we'd have to move the queen somewhere back. Actually, if you want to be fancy, you know what we can do here? Queen c6. Take that. You didn't want to take the queen in a4? No worries. You can have a second take at it, you know? You can take it here if you wanna. If you wanna fall for the same kind of cute mate. But actually here we have an even faster mate. Okay, if he goes there, there's always rook h1. But we have a faster mate here because there's nothing controlling that square, so this is actually and there's no knight going to g5. That's a faster mate. But we have 1 game remaining, and as we're waiting for more moves to come on this game, I just really want to take a moment and say thank you to Nico for taking his time, giving his time um, on what was it like close to 2 hours of commentary together. It was really a pleasure, and it was inspiring to see that he wants to continue his coach's legacy, Grandmaster Daniel Noroditsky, Dania, who left us early this week, tragically. And I like to see Nico continuing his purpose chess-wise, but also, sharing something that he learned from Dania, and that was really beautiful. So just wanted to say thank you to him. Hopefully you guys enjoyed if you're here. The commentary, these videos will be uploaded. Of course, you can see them on my Twitch after stream is over, and I will be uploading them on YouTube as well. Still have to create some kind of thumbnail, but yeah, just thankful for having the opportunity to hear other people's thoughts on the games. I enjoy commenting on things, and sometimes it's hard when you're on your own. There's no one else to interact with. But since I tend to talk a lot, I get to question and answer myself. But it was nice to have someone here as well. Now, this game is still balanced, and time only is a factor that could possibly inflict a loss on white, but I don't really see it happening. Do you guys have thoughts on the game? Do you think we'll see a decisive result? If we want to see a decisive result, we might start seeing black attempting to push f6, e5 and start kind of advancing a bit their majority on the king side. I think that's certainly something I could see happen. Or king exchange. I would love to find a way to put pressure on this pawn. It's just not so clear how we would do that. I think the queen could stay around here. Okay, black has managed to put all pawns on dark squares, but this bishop shouldn't find any kind of entrances to create dangerous situations. Okay, one move was played, my friends. It looks like f6 was played and e5. So black is indeed trying to push to improve in this position. And he probably wants to advance further, right? I mean, this is the only way you can try to attempt winning here with black. It's not an easy way, but it is a way. King h2. I'm kind of worried about the queen in h5. You see, if these pawns actually make it here, that queen is trapped. Now, we can't really win it, but we actually can. Michael needs to be really cautious about that. It's not easy. Can we actually go f5 here? I'm thinking queen g6, but you know what? I meant it when I said that e4 is gonna trap it. The rook f8 and rook e6. King h7, g6. That's my way to trap the queen. White may find himself in a situation to sack the rook in c3, but then... I thought he was perfectly fine here. Maybe he should have just taken here. Just have a pawn for the exchange, a powerful bishop. King would be safe, everything is fine. And I think if you take and black attempts something like this, we can go queen e4 and then queen takes b7. Then that pawn is gonna march. Whether you trade queens or not, you know. Then a6 is hanging and then that pawn can march. King h2 here is scary. If black plays f5, I'm struggling to find a defense. Black is thinking, and the thing is that you feel that you're starting to get better in this position, and you want to come up with a way to outplay the opponent, but you're not 100% sure, so I think it makes sense to double check, and I like what he's doing. Because usually, you know, in these kind of positions, Um, when we see our opponent really long on time, we really want to try to win on time. But that is not the way to go. And I cannot emphasize on that enough. Um, Oftentimes, when we are trying to force the opponent to um, play faster and we're only thinking that they're going to lose on time, what ends up happening usually is we end up making a mistake. So we need to try to change that. We need to try to change that. Also, let's not forget these players have to play another round later at 6 p.m., which, by the way, is the next time that I'll be live for the following round. Queen e8, so he didn't want to go for f5. I really would have liked f5. Does he want to go for a draw? Because if he does, then queens get traded, and okay, black can still try to play this on, but now maybe this bishop actually gets a bit active. Maybe we'll even consider some b5. I did not expect queen e8. I wonder what could have been that stopped black from playing f5. This queen g6 doesn't do anything. Bishop h3, look at it. We need this rook to protect one, this to protect the other. g4, f4. Oh, actually, I don't like f4. g4. No, wait, I can just take it, what I'm talking about. This pawn is hanging. Alright, queen's got traded and is moved 36. c6. That might be a rush decision. Directly, interesting. He has 4 more moves to reach move 40 and gets an additional 30 minutes. Why is he rushing things? I mean, obviously we can also play this e4 that blocks the bishop, but that should be fine. The bishop comes into play this way. So c6. Takes. Let's say like rook c8, right, with tempo. And where do you move your bishop? Going back to g2 or f3 could make sense. And now, no, f3 just comes. And now white has created a weakness for himself. A target that's much easier attackable than anything else. There's no weaknesses in white's position that could have... Yeah, big c6 was played. Of course, bishop takes c6 should be played instantaneously. Get an extra 30 seconds. I don't know why he's not playing it, but... How can black continue his improvement in this position? Okay, the position is the current position. Move 38. 2 more moves and white is getting the additional time. Oh, no. What? Why? This is not the moment to make a sacrifice. Move 2039? He's probably gonna give a check to get his additional time, but no. Now this one is weak. He's gonna... Oh. I feel for Grandmaster Road. I think, unfortunately, this is not gonna go well for him. Okay, shows 0-0, which... Play b5. Okay, so they reach move 40, but... I think this is not the kind of position we want to have. There's no fortress. b5 is not a stable placement, actually, because basically now the bishop and pawn are bound to protect one another. The bishop can't move because the pawn will be captured. The pawn cannot move because the bishop will be captured. So if white just brings the let's see how to bring. Okay, I want to go rook c7, but there's a check. Okay, so let's just move the king. Let's just say he goes rook d1. Now we want to do this. I mean, I want to do that first, but of course there was a check. So if first we do this, then we do this. We put pressure on the pawn. Like, let's just say play here. And if you protect it, I think... I don't have time to take just yet. Okay, maybe I can go king e7. Now I want to take because my king is in the box of that pawn. So you're pinned. I think, unfortunately for him, Grandmaster Michael Rhodes is not doing very well here. There was a bit too much aggressivity, basically, in the position, I'd say. Were you guys following my stream since I started commenting on the tournament. Do you have any questions? Anyone in particular you're rooting for? Oh, he took in b5. He didn't go for king f8. Okay. And then he wants to go rook c5 maybe. To try to get that pawn. Rook b1. We don't have time for rook b7 because of this check. But we can bring in the king anyways, I think. e6. Wait, what? He didn't take? I'm a bit confused. Why is he still playing this fast? He has the additional 30 minutes. This just protects, attacks, and then rook a7 followed by b4. If you go rook a1. Oh no, it's tough to see. Am I playing? No, I'm just doing commentary for the tournament. I'm just doing commentary for it. No playing for me right now. It's an all Grandmaster tournament. 10 legendary Grandmasters from the New Jersey, New York area. I'm only commenting on the event. This is gonna be tough. Maybe Grandmaster Road didn't realize he reached move 40, although it's hard to imagine he didn't. I don't know why the time doesn't show the additional. Are you gonna be playing any tournament? I would love to play some tournament. I didn't plan anything yet. I focused a lot on coaching this summer. Coaching and I was the head of delegation for World Youth Championships. Now I'm doing some commentary. I will be looking for playing something, yeah, because I only play one tournament this year, and I don't want to completely get out of shape from playing. You know, it's different when you are behind the camera, looking at positions, occasionally turning on the engine to see if you are right about it or not. And it's a different thing when you train to actually play. There's some stress involved, there's a bit of pressure, you want to do well. You don't want to just go and play. And I've done that a while, and then of course I lost a lot of my rating. Rating has dropped drastically for a while, but it's slowly picking back up. I just need to make sure I continue to train. I don't want to play anymore unless I'm training. I don't think there's a point these days to play without training, unless you don't care about rating, you don't care about, like, you're just having fun, of course. I'm having fun playing, but also it's uh I'm the kind of person that does occasionally look at progress through the rating, which I'm telling everyone not to, but it's much easier to tell others not to do it than do it yourself. So yeah, but um, I'm definitely gonna play something. Not sure where. My parents were international masters. Yeah, playing some bullet could work too. Twisted. How are you doing? Long time no see. I feel for Grandmaster Road in this position. Once he loses the a5 pawn, and he will, there's no way to really stop it. He can play a6, which would allow b3, and then threatening promotion, and then we can just take and, I don't know, fastest way to promote. Can also try rook b6. I mean, it should be an move for the additional time. Still impressive. Yeah, I come from a chess family, certainly. You know, I was blessed with that. Um, having the ability to have my parents as coaches certainly has saved a lot of money financially. It's not easy to um, get a coach and work with a coach all the time. I do appreciate those people who are supporting their kids to do learn from a coach. I always recommend at least, more than like 3-4 hours a week with a coach to be able to um, really get something out of it. With 1 hour a week is much tougher getting the training. A6. Okay, rook takes a6. He's trying to go for this bishop f1, but I don't think it matters because we can just go rook here, takes, and then we want to play b3 eventually. We're up 2 pawns. I mean, we can just bring in the king, but maybe he wants to do something different. Maybe he just wants to bring the king first. And of course, if bishop b7 is going to be played, I mean, this could be a very annoying idea to trap the rook, but we can always sack. Because again, we're up 2 pawns, and the endgame is winning for black. Oh, this is gonna hurt a bit. I mean, he wasn't winning or anything. I just feel for him. Like, I don't know. Where's the additional time? Let me ask for sure. But I mean, this should be. I mean, I read the rules. I think both players forgot about this additional time. You guys have any other questions? I know US Championship is on the way as well, so some of you may be checking both tournaments. This is certainly a very nice one. Round robins are of course US Championship is also a round robin, but it's always interesting to me to see round robins. European Club Cup also, of course, is going on. Who's how many more rounds do they have? Okay, so he didn't take, he went for King E7. Okay. Well, the king is gonna approach. Eventually this pawn will be captured. He doesn't need to rush. He can bring the king to c5, protect the pawn, free up the rook, activate it to win the c pawn, and then black is in the driver's seat. So one more round tomorrow, I guess, probably earlier in the day. Okay, it shows 0-0, but it shouldn't be 0-0 because we know there's an additional time. I just want to make sure the game is still in progress and that it, you know. Hi from Malaysia. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Isn't it like 4 a.m. there? It's like 12 hours difference in Malaysia, no? Yeah, I have to catch up with the European Club Cup. I know there's been some interesting games. Yes. 4 a.m. now. Okay. You can't sleep? I'm sorry about that. It's not good. It's not good. Wait, it still shows. Oh no, it shows 1-0. Who's my favorite GM? Who's my favorite GM? Based on what? Style, personality. You remember the first one? When was it? Piano James. On their skill? I mean, I think a lot of us really like Magnus based on Catwalk. Good one. Yeah. Um, I mean, I've enjoyed Magnus Carlsen style for a while. Um, yeah, he would probably be my favorite, I guess. He's also former world champion, so. Well, guys, this concludes this result. Unexpected, bit heartbreaking, a bit result for Grandmaster Road because he was able to kind of, you know, get somewhat of a solid position. Didn't get too intimidated about the knight maneuvering with the knight c8, a7, c6, and such. But somehow towards the end here, maybe trying to reach move 40, he got outplayed by his opponent and got his queen somewhat trapped. Now black did offer a queen trade, after which I think the position was, I don't know if it was or if he could have had potential of a draw by bringing the bishop this way and trying to hold on to things and maybe bringing the king closer to the center. But unfortunately, after the played move, black seemed to be getting ready to win here because the rooks would get activated and eventually one of these pawns would fall, and with them the game. So oh, I see. When you said that, I was like, wait, did you go to it or something? No, never mind. Never mind, Piano James. I appreciate all of you being here. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Again, special thanks to Nico Chasin for joining about more than half of the commentary of today's round. Great person, great commentator, and hope to have him again soon. Special thanks to the organizers for having me do commentary for this tournament. We'll be seeing you back for round 5 at 6 p.m., 6-ish, around 6-ish p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your Friday. Get some rest, and we'll talk soon. Thank you, guys, and I'll send you an array to San Luis Chess Club so you guys can catch up with the US Championships final matchups. Today will be deciding the champions, very likely, unless of course there's a tie, and then they will have a tiebreak tomorrow for that tournament. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye for now. Catch you later.